It's around that time of the year, everyone. It's October, slowly moving towards Halloween. About this time every year, everyone comes out with their stories and their particular events that they've experienced throughout their lives that are a little unusual. Every October I go over my stories again and bring it out to you all once more. All true. Began when I was a lad, somewhere between the ages of 6 and 8. I was playing in the yard. It was a nice sunny day. Just walking around when all of a sudden the wind blew up. And a sharp pain caught me in the ear. And I was picked up and bounced 6 or 7 times across the yard and left there. By what? I don't know. But I still remember. Still remember. Ever float? I was lying in bed one time, years ago, and all of a sudden I just felt myself rise. I just rose right off the bed, turned a somersault, and was looking down at myself on the bed. Strange. It wasn't a bad feeling. It was just like you were floating. I brought myself back in and everything was normal again. It's the one floating experience I've had that stands out. I know we've all had experiences where we fly or this, that, or the other. At least I have in my dreams, but this was a little more than a dream. And then, when I was 18 years old, I moved up to Chicago, where a friend of mine was. This was in like 1979. No, not 1979. End of 1969, more towards 1970. And in 1970 in Chicago, I lived on Fullerton Avenue at a place above a frame shop. I worked at Golden Bear Restaurant in River Forest, Illinois, and I would take the buses, which at that time were run by electricity, these overhead lines. Well, the buses had 2 metal prongs that went up and attached to these overhead wires, and that's how they got their power, from these overhead wires. And the bus would run along with these movable poles that were touching these electrical wires. And those are the type of buses I would ride to work at the time. And I was standing in, like I said, I lived above the frame shop, apartment above the frame shop on West Fullerton Avenue. Not far from the L, the elevator where the trains go above ground and everything. And standing there in the living room, windows are over here, and all of a sudden I just feel like I'm electrically charged, like electricity is flowing through my body, and I felt that any minute or any second I would just start to rise in the air. I felt weightless and felt like electricity was flowing through my body. It was a marvelous feeling, but kind of weird, kind of strange. Yes, indeed. A friend of mine, going to another story, a friend of mine told me about a couple he knew that were sitting on the edge of their bed, and they felt something moving around in the bed, just moving, making indentations in the mattress and stuff like that. And they stood up and they said, "What is it? What is it?" And then the window that was over to the other side of the bed just blew out. Not inwards, but outwards, like something just passed right through it, went through it, but it was unseen. It would certainly be hair-raising, to say the least, wouldn't you say? And about another event that happened was about, when was it? Maybe 2002, something like that. Maybe late 90s. Yeah, maybe the late 90s. I'm laying back in bed and on my side, and I turn over and lay on my back, flat on my back with my head on the pillow, and all of a sudden, whack! Right across my face, pow! A big old slap, and it just startled me, and around, there's nothing there. I got up in bed and, looking around, and I was the only one there. And that was an unforgettable event as well. Strange was that. And then things that happened to do this and do that. Wow. The last place I lived, I have these little toys I hang out for the cats on the doorknobs. Well, I hung one, then they jingle, they can bat them around and play with them. Well, I hung one on the bathroom door back there and one on the bedroom door. Simple enough. Those were the best places for them to be. I didn't want to hang them on the front door because, I have to open the knob to get out the front door, so I didn't want to do that. No. Later that evening, I'm walking around, and I remember I'm the only one there. And I look, and one of them's hanging on the front doorknob. Now, I didn't place it there because I didn't want it there. Put one on the bathroom door, one on one of the bedroom doors there. And how it got there, I do not know. Fast forward to the next day, and I open a can of cat food, and I divide it between two bowls, and put it on the floor. Good thing, it's just a normal routine. I divide it between two bowls, put it on the floor. Two of my cats that love wet food, and the other one just likes dry food, don't eat much wet food, so I always put two bowls down. Okay, I get back and I go back over, and here's another bowl with cat food in it. Another bowl with cat food in it. Now, that doesn't make any sense. Did two bowls, always did two bowls, divide the can in half, two bowls. Tell me. I do not know. Do not know. I tell these stories every year. Last year when I told them, one of the comments on there was from a friend who said they think I'm being followed. Isn't that a frightening thing to think about? Because each place I go, something odd always happens. So let me know. Let me know if any strange things or there's stories you can tell us, tell me and the rest of us out here. Then we'll get our hearts racing for October as we get closer to Halloween. All right, your buddy Dave from Maryland. Stay safe. If you hear something behind you, don't look around. Do not turn around and look. I'm out.